What was kind of the message in the locker room? Who spoke? Was it just Coach Franklin, and then you guys stand up on the team and what was said?
I mean, it was Coach Franklin. What he said honestly echoed throughout the entire team. Everyone would have said that. I mean, Jason kind of echoed the same thing as he broke us down in the locker room. But it was just we need to focus on getting back to the basics, being 1-0 each week, and that's got to be our whole entire focus. You can't worry about all the extra noise. Got to cut it out, whatever it is. If you got to get off your phone, if you got to not watch ESPN or Big Ten, whatever it is, you got to cut out the noise. And it's going to be different for each person. But when you come into the building, when you're at practice, watching film, whatever's going on, you need to be 100% focused and 100% committed to being 1-0 that week.
How hard is it to cut out the noise when it's all around you?
It's tough. That's something that I think maturity on our team is going to kind of show. And we need to be mature enough to handle that. As kind of where the spot we were at a couple weeks ago, you got to know that's going to happen. It's impossible to completely tune it all out and not to see any of it. So you just got to be mature enough to know that it doesn't really matter. All that matters is the product on the field.
You mentioned the line a little bit with some adjustments, with some injuries kind of moving around. How did who did you see kind of stepping forward, and how did you see some of those younger guys kind of handling those roles?
Yeah, they did a really good job stepping up, being able to handle that, kind of being able to move guys around. I mean, instead Will moving from right to left. I mean, it doesn't seem like that's big of an adjustment, but it is. I mean, it's going from writing with your right hand to writing with your left hand. I mean, it's completely different. So for him to kind of adjust and play well today was good for him. Chaz did a good job stepping up, and then our interior guys were able to stay firm, and they did a good job of kind of taking the brunt on and leading those guys.
And you found some success in the pass game too. Tell me a little bit about kind of your connection today with the receivers, especially with DeAndre.
Yeah, I mean our receivers did a really good job getting open. We were able to find the spaces in the zones and separate versus man coverage, and then they did a really good job making plays once the ball was in their hands. We were able to get the ball in space, and they were able to make some plays with it after that. I mean, they did a really good job. Just as an entire unit, it wasn't enough.
Is there a common thread between the loss last week and today? Similarities, in what way do you see similarities?
The biggest thing I would say is we didn't finish. Last week, these 2 weeks, we lost to combined 4 points. Obviously it's football, but we didn't finish. We got to find ways to make plays. Started with myself, started with me, trickle down to the offense, the rest of the leaders. When the situations comes, we got to make the plays. And we didn't do that in the last 2 weeks. We scored 24 points of offense and 38 points last week, but at the end of the day, the object of the game is to score more points than the other team, and that's what they did. And when it came down to it, fourth quarter, we didn't finish. That's what I see similarities in those two losses.
James talked about you guys as a program kind of going back to your roots and want to know that kind of stuff. Did you feel like you got away from that as a team? And then how do you guys kind of move forward and keep going after the goals that you set at the beginning of the season?
Obviously the way we continue to move forward is do what we do best. Come the next day, come to work. Like I always say every week, starts with the weight room, and then obviously it starts with the practice field. Learn from mistakes and then move on. We felt like as leaders we were doing a good job. But like I said, when you're Coach Franklin and those guys, they were doing it for so much longer than we even were playing football. When they challenge you got to accept that challenge, and that starts with the leaders. We got to get ourselves back to who we are and stay true to ourselves, and that starts with me, Trace, and Hammy, and Ben, and all those guys. And we got to make sure that we're staying true to ourselves and make sure we're holding the standard, and we're keeping that mentality that we got to just take it one game at a time and not let outside factors really control us, because at the end of the day, you only can control what you can control.
From now, when is this going to start, from dissecting what went wrong in this game into going into records?
Tomorrow we'll come in at 3:30. We'll have a team meeting. We'll watch the film, go out there around 6, go through the game corrections, and then this one's once again in the past and moving on to Rutgers, our next opponent. But these past 2 weeks, I'd be lying to you if I said that they don't sting, they don't hurt, because you look at us 8 days ago on top of the world, and now 8 days later, big reality check.
Mike, what was the message in the locker rooms?
I think just to stick together. Coach Franklin, got up and talked to us and just told us that we need to, become more focused and understand, what we're capable of and to execute, when we have the opportunity and to make the plays when our number's called, and that we got to get better, and that's something that we haven't really heard a lot this year. So I think it's a reality check for us. It's a wake-up call for us, and if we're the team that we say we want to be and we're the team that we say we are, then we're going to bounce back from it.